We continue now at the top of Daf Kuf Lamed Amid Beis and Meseches Bava Basra. This is Bava Basra Daf 130b. The Gemara is in the middle of bringing a brisa which is going to explain why we need both the pasuk of Lo Yuchal Levaker and the pasuk of V'haya B'yom Hanchilo Esbanav. This is Abba Chanan from Rabbi Eliezer in the name of Rabbi Eliezer. Ma'atamad Lomar Lo Yuchal Levaker. Why does the pasuk say Lo Yuchal Levaker, which means he can't choose someone else to have the rights of the Bechora? Lefisha Nemar, the reason why it says this pasuk is because it also says V'haya B'yom Hanchilo Esbanav. It says that the person is bequeathing to his sons. So Sheyachal, so one might have thought V'halo Dinu, we can learn logically as follows: Uma Pashat, when it comes to a regular brother, Sheyafa Kocho, he has a lot of strength in his inheritance. Shenotel B'roi Kivamuchsa, because the halach is by regular Yerusha, when you're not talking about the Bechora, that brother is able to take in Roi just like Muchsak, meaning he can inherit even something that is fit to come to his father, even if the father was not actually in possession. And when it comes to that kind of strong inheritance, HaTorah Nosna Rishus La'av Lahanchil L'chol Misha Yirtza, still the Torah says that the father has permission to bequeath to whoever he wants. As we said, that's what the pasuk means when it says V'haya B'yom Hanchilo Esbanav. It means he can choose to give to one son all of the inheritance among the other sons. So therefore, you might have thought as follows: Bechor, when it comes to a firstborn, Shahora Kocho, he has less strength. She'eno Notel B'roi Kivamuchsak, he doesn't take when it comes to Roy like he does by Muchsak. A Bechor only gets that double portion, that extra portion of the Bechora by Muchsak, by something which the father was in possession of. So Lokal Shekain, so certainly you would think that you would apply this idea of B'yom Hanchilo Esbanav, that he can redirect that Bechora, because that Bechora is not as strong. So Talmud Lomer Lo Yuchal Levaker. That's why the pasuk says Lo Yuchal Levaker, saying no, when it comes to the Bechora, that cannot be redirected away from the firstborn. And the brisa continues, V'yomer Lo Yuchal Levaker, Ma'atamad Lomer V'haya B'yom Hanchilo Esbanav. Well, why doesn't the pasuk just say Lo Yuchal Levaker? Why does it say B'yom Hanchilo Esbanav? And the brisa says Sheyachal, because you might have thought V'halo Dinu, it's logical as follows: Uma Bechor Shahura Kocho. When it comes to a Bechor who has less strength, She'eno Notel B'roi Kivamuchsak, he doesn't take in Roy like he does by Muchsak. Amra Torah Lo Yuchal Levaker. The Torah says you're not allowed to redirect the rights of the firstborn. So Pashat. So when it comes to the inheritance of a Pashat, of one of the regular brothers, Sheyafa Kocho, who has stronger strength, She'notel B'roi Kivamuchsak, that he does take Roy just like he takes Muchsak. Lo Kol Shekain. So certainly you should not be able to redirect that. Talmud Lomar V'haya B'yom Hanchilo Esbanav. It says in the pasuk of V'haya B'yom Hanchilo Esbanav. Again, HaTorah Nosna Rishus Liav. The Torah gives permission to the father Lahanchil L'chol Misha Yirtza, to bequeath to whomever he wants. And the Gemara continues, Amar Rabbi Zreika, Amar Rabbi Ami, Amar Rabbi Chanina, Amar Rebbe. Rabbi Zreika says that Rabbi Ami says that Rabbi Chanina says that Rebbe says, Halacha ke Rabbi Yochanan ben Broka. The halacha is like Rabbi Yochanan ben Broka. Again, this is Rabbi Yochanan ben Broka in the Mishnah, who says a father is able to redirect the inheritance to somebody who's royally yarsho, to somebody who's fit to inherit him. Amar le Rabbi Abba. Rabbi Abba said to him, Hora Itmar. It wasn't that Rebbe stated the halacha was Rabbi Yochanan ben Broka. Rather, Rebbe actually issued a ruling in a particular case, like Rabbi Yochanan ben Broka. And the Gemara says, well, what are these two versions arguing about? Mar Savar, one master holds halacha adifa. It's actually stronger, it's better when we have a statement from Rebbe Yehuda Anasi, that the halacha is like that. Umar Savar, but the other one holds Maiserav, that an incident is greater. If we have an incident where Rebbe actually ruled in accordance with Rabbi Yochanan ben Broka, that would be an even higher source, an even greater source of evidence. And the Gemara continues, Tana Rabbanan, the rabbis taught, Ein Lamedan halacha lomi pi lamud velomi pi maisa. You're not allowed to learn what the halacha is from either a teaching or an incident, until they say to him directly, halacha l'maisa, that this is the halacha and this is the way we practice. Shoal va'amru lo halacha l'maisa. Now, if he asks and they say to him, this is the halacha l'maisa, yelech v'yasa maisa, so he can go and he can issue a ruling in accordance with that halacha. Uvilvad shelo yadam, as long as he does not compare one case to another, meaning he can only issue a ruling in that exact case. And the Gemara says, what does it mean that he can't compare? But the entire Torah, that's how we do all rulings. We're always comparing one case to another. Amar Rav Ashi says, this is what it means to say. It means to say you can't compare when it comes to treifas. An animal that's a treifa is an animal that has some kind of injury that it's going to die within 12 months, and therefore it's not a kosher animal. So you can't compare. Just because one injury is considered to be a treifa doesn't mean a similar injury will be considered a treifa. The Tanya, as we learned in a brisa, Ein Omrim b'treifas. We don't say when it comes to treifas, zu doma lezu, that this injury is similar to that injury. V'al titman, don't be surprised by that. Sharei chotcha mikan, because you can cut the animal over here on this side, v'mesa, and then it will die. Chotcha mikan, you cut it from the other side, v'choisa, and then it will live. So you can't compare one to the other. And the Gemara continues, Amar le Rabbi Yasi, le Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yasi said to Rabbi Yochanan, Ki Amar lon mar halacha hachi. If the master says to us that this is the halacha, navid ma'isa, should we act upon that and issue a ruling in accordance with that halacha? Amar, he said back, Lo sa'avidu, don't act upon the ruling, Ada amina halacha l'maisa, until I say to you that this is the halacha l'maisa. If I say it's the halacha l'maisa, then you can act upon it. And the Gemara continues, Amar lahu Rava l'Rav Papa l'Rav Huna b'rei Rav Yoshua. Rava said to Rav Papa and Rav Huna b'rei Rav Yoshua, Ki asi piska dedina didi l'kamaychu. If a ruling of mine comes before you, v'chazisu be'pirchan, you see you have a question on the ruling. Lo sikru, don't tear it up. Aded da'asisu l'kamoy, until you come in front of me. I isli time, if I have an explanation, if I have a reason, amina l'chu, I'll say it to you. V'lo, and if not, hadarnabi, so then I'll retract the ruling. La'achar misa, now let's say one of my rulings comes to you after I already die, so you can't come and ask me. So lo mikra tikruhu umigmar nami lo sigmru minei. Don't tear it up, but also don't learn from it. Lo mikra tikruine, don't tear it up. Di havoy hasam, because if I was over there, if I was still alive, dil mahava amina l'chutaima, maybe I would be able to say to you a reason. And we will continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Kuf Lamed Aleph Amud Aleph.